Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram with you on the cricket show, Cricket Happenings. A real warm welcome to you all. And I have to say that now the World Cup is all over, and now we are back to the normal grind that we'll have in this particular year. Yes, the second World Cup, sorry, the next World Cup is not far behind. It's only a matter of another 1 year in 2022 when it will be played in Australia. So I'm just going to basically talk about some things that happened this week as far as cricket is concerned. Talking about it, what I have in store for you today is we are talking about the New Zealand. Uh, we are talking about the New Zealand India T20 series. You know, New Zealand are on a tour of India right now, and they have already two T20 matches already gone through, and India are leading. India already won the T20 series because with only one coming for formality, which I'll be talking about. And also Bangladesh versus Pakistan. So Pakistan are on the tour of Bangladesh, and India are also going to play two test matches at Mumbai and Kanpur as far as the test series is concerned. And Bangladesh versus Pakistan, it's a similar situation where Pakistan are holding the ascendancy over Bangladesh, having won two matches against Bangladesh. And also another big thing happened this particular week after the World Cup, and it was not a surprise at all. It was something one was expecting. It was AB de Villiers, a wonderful, a 360 degrees player, finally saying that it is time to say goodbye to international cricket. And what a player he has been! He has left a rich legacy as far as sorry about it, guys. He has left a rich legacy, I would say, as far as South African cricket is concerned. I'll just have a sort of a sneak peek on his cricketing career. And I also see I've got a lot of subscribers. I did see that I have added to my subscribers list after the World Cup. Probably 7 to 8 subscribers have joined me, which is good to know. I'm thankful to everybody for joining this particular show. And also another thing that I have for you in store in this particular cricket happening show is that Sri Lanka, West Indies are in Sri Lanka, and they are playing the first test match tomorrow at Galle, and I'm going to talk about that. And as far as the Sri Lanka versus West Indies test series is concerned, it is holding a special significance for the only reason that, can you believe it, West Indies have never won a single test against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. So that is going to be the key. So whether that is going to happen, well, I will definitely be dwelling on all those. So first let's get on to AB de Villiers, and then I will come back to all the matches. So talking about AB de Villiers, what a great player he has been, and what a wonderful sight for everybody when he comes in to take his stance at the batting crease. He has, as I said, he is carrying a rich legacy as far as the South African cricket is concerned, and it has been a sheer perseverance. He has been a sort of a real bundle of talent for South Africa. And if you look at his career, it's a sparkling career that he is having. In test matches, he played 114 matches, the highest score being 278. He had 22 centuries, he had 2 double centuries, and he had 46 50s. And he has retired in Test cricket with an average of 54.52. Take a bow, AB de Villiers. ODI, he has a stupendous average. His strike rate is 101.1. I'm sorry, it was the average was 50.66 in the test matches. But again, that is also a great average. I mean, even in ODI, he has left us with a ODI average of 53.5, which included 228 matches. His 176 being his highest in one-day internationals. He had 25 centuries in one-day internationals. What a phenomenal player he has been, and no 200s, and 53 50s, and he has left with an average of 53.5. As far as T20 cricket is concerned, 78 matches, 79 was his highest. Probably in T20s, one can say that his average has dropped a bit. He's 26.12. He did not score a century. He got 10 50s. And also, he has played a big role as far as IPL is concerned. In the IPL, 184 matches, 133 is highest. That is, we are talking about T20 cricket. And his strike rate is 151.69. But look at his strike rate in T20. In international T20s, 135.17. That says it all. 40 50s in IPL, and he had 3 centuries. And definitely the RCB, which has been his home, RCB Royal Challengers Bangalore, which has been his real home after South Africa, he's going to miss his services for sure. But AB de Villiers, take a bow. You have given immense entertainment to everybody all across, all over the cricketing world, and it has been an absolute pleasure watching you on the cricketing arena. And well, as I said, he has been a wonderful player. If you look at his career, like basically he started as an opener. He's basically a wicket keeper, so he's a lower order wicket keeper batsman in his first Test series. And it is something. The career just went on and on. He went to Australia, showed his skills, and this was AB de Villiers. I mean, he was really having the commentators actually go gaga over him because he was someone who was really, really a sparkling cricketer. But anyway, this is my a small note for AB de Villiers. You have done wonders. You have done wonders to South African cricket, and you have done wonders to entertaining people. And he is the first 360 degrees player as far as international cricket is concerned, because he could hit strokes anytime, any way out, and that's what AB de Villiers was, and he was an absolute crisis man. Well, from here now we are getting on to the, as I said, New Zealand are touring India, and have a look at the first one day, the first T20 match that took place was a bit of a close affair, and in the end, India just managed to win it. But I would say that New Zealand really did well. And finally, that match went down to the wire. Venkatesh Iyer got his T20 debut, but unfortunately, he could not. He was out for 4. He attempted a very rash shot under the circumstances. He was, with 10 runs required after hitting a boundary with 6 runs required, he could have kept his cool, but he tried to go for a reverse hit, and that really brought his downfall. And so, as far as New Zealand and India are concerned, India won the first T20 definitely with some pain, one could say, even though Surya Kumar Yadav and Rohit Sharma and Rahul Rohit Sharma did a good job. As far as the second T20 was concerned, which was played yesterday, which was where New Zealand actually batted first, scoring 153 for 6. Guptill made 31, Daryl Mitchell making 31 of 63, 3 boundaries. Mark Chapman, who got 50 in the earlier match, made 21, Phillips 34, Seaford 13, and that was the story of the 153 for 6 what New Zealand put on the board. Look at the bowling. It was Harshal Patel who was making his, as you know, Mohammad Siraj is injured, unfortunately, and Harshal Patel took his place. He was making his T20 debut, and what a debut for Harshal Patel. In his very, very first match, he picked up wicket 4 overs, 2 for 25, which got him the player of the match in his very first match, and he's the 8th Indian to do so. As far as India's batting was concerned, as I said, this match was much easier for India. They finished off at 17.2 overs. Rahul and Rohit Sharma equaling the record that was set by the Pakistan's openers Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, who have got the maximum number of T20 partnership as far as centuries are concerned. And KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma went on to equal that particular partnership. Rahul got 65 of 80 of 49, 6 fours, 2 sixes. Rohit Sharma was in his element, 55, 36, 1 4 and 5 sixes. Venkatesh Iyer on his second match of his international career was a bit sedate there, but I wouldn't say it was a convincing innings from Venkatesh Iyer. He was not out on 12 of 11 deliveries, 2 boundaries. Yadav was out cheaply for 1. Pant actually got the winning hit with a 6, and that was the end of this particular match. The bowling, not much to really talk about. Ravichandran Ashwin has been doing a great job. in these two T20s. The amount of variations he has brought a surprise element onto his bowling, and he's showing everybody that what a good T20 bowler he can be, because he can slow the ball in the air, he can bowl the carom ball, and he really keeps the batsman guessing. And that's what Ravichandran Ashwin is all about. And as I said, Ashwin, according to me, should be there in all formats of the game till such time he retires. He's such a wonderful player. But unfortunately, that's not something that we are seeing, unfortunately. Anyways, so let's get on with this. So India is going to play their final T20 match again. It's a mere formality. India is leading the three-match series 2-0. And what I would like to be done as far as the third match is concerned, give an opportunity. Let's give an opportunity to Rituraj Gaikwad, young and talented, who scored tons of runs in this IPL 2021. Give him an opportunity. Get another bloke, Yuzendra Chahal, into the mix. And also there is one more player, Avesh Khan, who did well in the IPL. I think he should also be getting an opportunity, and both should make their international debut as far as tomorrow's match, third T20, which is concerned. And India, one has to see whether India can make a clean sweep. But it has been a wonderful. Definitely, it says a lot that even though New Zealand are also not with or without their key players, Kane Williamson, but still. India are the ones who are not without a lot of key players, but they have done a wonderful job. But also, so definitely it's time for experimentation. Tomorrow is an opportunity for Rituraj Gaikwad and Avesh Khan to get a look in, and I'm sure Rahul Dravid is going to definitely do that tomorrow. And India, as you know, right now they are under a new coach, Rahul Dravid, who has taken over from Ravi Shastri. And I think he's going to do a great job. He has already done all the hard work to bring the players from the grassroots level onto this stage, and they are becoming world performers. So definitely there is something really coming in Rahul Dravid's reign. There is no doubt about it. It's just a matter of time. So that is something we are looking forward to. As far as Bangladesh, Pakistan were concerned, the Pakistan first game, I thought Bangladesh stretched Pakistan to the limit, but Pakistan won in the end. And as far as the second T20 was concerned, Bangladesh, again, it was a matter of really, one has to say, if you look at the score there, Bangladesh in the second T20, again, Pakistan have already clinched the T20 series here. Within the three-match series, they are leading 2-0 after winning the first one. And as far as the second T20 was concerned, it was a very bad performance from the Bangladesh batsmen because the score was 108 for 7. And in the last 10 overs, they scored only 44 runs with just 2 boundaries. It also says about the quality of Pakistan bowling, but Bangladesh should definitely look out. They have to try to manufacture something which they have not done. And if you look at the card there, Najmul Hussain Shanta was the highest with 40 of 34, 5 boundaries. Other than that, if you look at it, it does not make any happy reading. So Bangladesh 108 for 7, never looking enough right from the word go. And the bowling, Shaheen Shah Afridi 215, 1 for 9 for Mohammad Wasim, 1 for 13 Haris Rauf 222, and Pakistan. And also, if you look at the Bangladesh squad, it's only Mahmudullah who is the most experienced. They don't have Tamim Iqbal. There is no Shakib Al Hassan. Mushfiqur Rahim, we know it has gone into a controversy whether Mushfiqur Rahim was dropped or what happened. And Mushfiqur Rahim has very clearly said that he was dropped from the team. Now, Bangladesh, 108 for 7, as I said, never looked any good. And Pakistan wiped off the target by 8 wickets. Mohammad Rizwan made 39 of 45, 4 fours. By the standards of Mohammad Rizwan, it was a slow innings. But again, it was not so easy to bat on with the due factor. And Babar Azam, I have to say that he has been having a tough time here in Bangladesh. He failed in the first match. He has failed in the second match once again, as a ball which was angling across him from Mustafizur Rahman found the target as it hit the stumps. Fakhar Zaman was the one who really, I thought, played in a very sensible manner, and he took them to victory, not out on 57 or 51, 2 4s, 3 6s, taking the man of the match award. And if you look at the bowling card for Bangladesh, is not much. Taskin Ahmed done for 22, none for Mahedi Hassan. Mustafizur Rahman, 1 for 12. Not really going into it. So that is something which happened. Now let's have a look at, as I said, I'm going to do a brief preview of Sri Lanka versus West Indies. Now, as you know, the first test match, West Indies are in Sri Lanka, and the first test match is going to be played in Galle. Now, one thing I have to say here, as far as Sri Lanka West Indies test matches are concerned, now for West Indies, it's a matter of going and making history in the test series against Sri Lanka and Sri Lanka, because West Indies have never ever won a test against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. But nonetheless, that's the story. That's how it looks. That's a fact that West Indies have never won even leave alone a test series. They have not even won a single test in Sri Lanka. So this will be their challenge. So West Indies, let's have a look at the West Indies team. Craig Brathwaite is the captain, and also let's understand that these pitchers are definitely going to be spin doctored, no doubt about it, and they know that West Indies can struggle against spin, and it's going to be a real test for them. So looking at the West Indies squad, this test series, Craig Brathwaite is the captain. He has never had it so good against Sri Lanka and Sri Lanka. Jeremy Solozano, I'm told, is a Trinidad opening batsman, and he's a very talented bat as well. So he would be probably in for a test debut tomorrow against the Sri Lankans. Kruma Bonner, as you know, these players, Kruma Bonner started against Bangladesh, and he's a very consistent bat. Pretty impressed by Kruma Bonner. Roston Chase has been in some good form. Could not do much in the World Cup, but definitely he's someone who is absolutely tailor-made as far as test matches are concerned. He's a wonderful all-rounder. Jermaine Blackwood has been some good form, as you would remember, prior to the World Cup in the matches that West Indies played. Kyle Mayers, we all know what a historical innings he played against Bangladesh and Bangladesh to get to a stunning victory over Bangladesh. Kyle Mayers, remember the name, he scored 210, as you would remember. So he has to bring his A game into the picture. Rakeem Cornwall, always a very, very useful player for West Indies. He can bat, he can bowl. He's the tallest player right now in international cricket. Jason Holder and Joshua De Silva, the wicketkeeper, is a good bat as well. And the bowling will be in the hands of Kemar Roche. And I'm trying to see whether the West Indians are going to get in Jamal Warrican, the left-arm spinner, or they're going to give it to Jayden Seales. I would look for Jayden Seales to take his place, because if you look at the West Indies squad, it's only Jason Holder and Kemar Roche. I think Jayden Seales should be a part of it, according to me. But let's see what West Indies decides. It will be interesting. And this is although the Test Championship, which is starting, right? It's a new Test Championship in the ICC to get the points. So look at the Sri Lankan squad. Sri Lankan squad, absolutely, they will be. I know they are in a driver's seat right now, because this particular Test series is being played in Sri Lanka against the home crowd. They know their pitches well. They know the conditions well. The crowd support is there, and for Sri Lanka, it should be. Now, Dimuth Karunaratne is the captain, and he has been in some great form, and especially if you look at his scores against the West Indies, he has some good scores against the West Indies. Pathum Nissanka, one of the wonderful talents. We saw him in the World Cup, and how the commentators were actually talking about him. And also Mickey Arthur, who is in his last term as the coach of the Sri Lankan team, would like them to do well. So Pathum Nissanka, definitely we are going to hear a lot about this bloke, Pathum Nissanka, and it will be interesting to see how he goes. Oshada Fernando is back into the Sri Lankan squad. I thought it has been a bit of a gap for Oshada Fernando, but he's a very talented bloke. Angelo Matthews, that's the big thing to happen for Sri Lanka, that they've got Angelo Matthews back in the squad, and that is going to strengthen them a great deal. Dhananjay De Silva, another very good player, and Dinesh Chandimal, as you know, now he has definitely run into some form, and that is that's good news for Sri Lanka. Ramesh Mendes, the ambidextrous, the spinner. Then they have Suranga Lakmal, Lasit Embuldenia, the left-arm spinner. Dushmanta Chamira is a really, really changed bowler. As you know, there are two leg spinners, Lasit Embuldenia and Pravin Jayavikrama. They have two leg spinners in the ranks. Dushmanta Chamira, a perfect bowler, and I think he's going to be an able foil for Suranga Lakmal in the test matches. So looking at everything, I would probably say, looking at Sri Lanka playing on their home turf and against the West Indies, probably one would probably be tempted to think that Sri Lanka probably hold the aces, and the Sri Lankans would be a very tough nut to crack. West Indies have to really work hard, and if and as you know, the turning tracks and turning tracks, West Indies will be probably caught up. It will be interesting to see how they go, but I think West Indies are going to have their hands full, I suppose, because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a hard grind for them if at all they want to pick up their first ever test win against Sri Lanka and Sri Lanka. So good luck to West Indies. But as I said, the Sri Lankans are not going to go an inch for sure, because they know that Mickey Arthur is would like to go on they would like to give it as a real present to Mickey Arthur, the coach of the Sri Lankan team, before he leaves them. So it's definitely a battle out there where West Indies are trying to get their first ever win against Sri Lanka, and Sri Lankans are definitely going to block that. But I think it's an interesting series that is in store for us, which is coming up tomorrow. That's on a Sunday, and I'll be there to talk about tomorrow. We will have, I think there'll be 3 matches, if I'm not wrong. It should be Bangladesh versus Pakistan in the final T20 in a dead rubber. India, New Zealand again in a dead rubber. It'll be interesting to see who are the new blokes who are playing tomorrow. I'm looking forward to Rituraj Gaikwad and Avesh Shah into action tomorrow. New Zealand versus India, again a dead rubber. India already won the T20 series. West Indies, Sri Lanka, the first test match starting tomorrow in Gaul. So I'll be covering everything when I come back on my cricket show. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you all, and I hope you also enjoyed this cricket broadcast of mine, with more to come tomorrow on my Cricket Happening show. I'm just trying to see whether there is any other cricket that I could actually share with you, but I don't think there is anything. Yes, I'm just trying to have a look at that to see any other cricket scores or any matches. Yeah, the T20 competition is going on right now in Abu Dhabi, in the United Arab Emirates. Now, that is something. Yes, one thing I wanted to talk about. Let me talk about it very right now and not take it to tomorrow. And the reason I say that is we are talking about Australia. Australia, as you know, Tim Paine won't be the captain of the team because he has admitted a folly that he did. And I'm not going to go into those details. These are personal details. So basically, he's out. Cummins is the one who is really tipped to take the captaincy. But as far as my opinion is concerned on this cricket show, I would like to see and also there is a talk that Stephen Smith could also become the captain. Now, one thing that I would like to throw my opinion on this cricket show, again, I'm not a cricketing expert. I'm just a person who has a great passion for cricket and have some knowledge about cricket. And that's what I would like to voice out today. And what I'm voicing out here to my dear friends and subscribers or to this show is to tell you that my opinion is that, yes, we understand that Tim Paine won't be the captain because of what happened. He has also apologized to the Australian Cricket Board. So the Australian, even though Australia won the T20 World Cup, I think right now the Australians are in a bit of a bind here. It would be interesting to see. Probably Pat Cummins is touted as the next Aussie captain, but I would say that Nathan Lyon does not have much years to actually retire from international cricket, and he has been doing a great job. So why not give the opportunity to Nathan Lyon to go and captain the Aussie side? My vote is for Nathan Lyon to go and captain the Australian side. But one more thing that we have to note here is Stephen Smith, who was also already involved in that saga where Stephen Smith, David Warner, and Renshaw were given bans in cricket, and they were basically taken back. I think it is better that I think I am not open to Stephen Smith getting the captaincy just because he had because of that gaffe that happened. So let's hope. I mean, this is my opinion purely. but one has to wait and watch as to what comes up. So this is something for the last time I wanted to share just before I go from the Cricket Happening Show. Thanks once again for your company, dear friends, subscribers. As I said, you have been a bunch of very good people. And as I said, after the World Cup, I saw that I got a lot of subscribers. It's good to know. So if at all you love this cricket show, go there, spread the word, get more and more subscribers to join the Cricket Happening Show so that we can make it a big success. And also, once again, to everybody, saying that it's not only the cricket show. You can go onto my cricket Twitter page where I do a lot of cricket page. It's RAM574, RAM574 is my Twitter page. And also go onto my cricket website, www.cricket-status.com. That being said, looking forward to your company once again tomorrow to talk about cricket on Sunday, on 21st of November. Until then, this is your host Ram signing off. Thank you.